Hey, yo, what's good? You know what it is. You back with another episode of No More Timeouts. You know you're rocking with your boy Rosh, my guy JJ. What is good?
My guy, what's up, man? Another week done. How you feeling?
Hey man, I'm feeling good. Got some plans this weekend. Besides
Where
this
you
boring
going?
ass Thursday night game,
Where you going?
going back.
back to
Back to Vegas, man.
Back to Vegas,
man.
huh?
Gonna go watch my boys play. I had to put on a shirt from my dude. Only thing, yeah, the Vikings playing Raiders this weekend. Got a little special treat. Got invited out to this game. I told y'all a long time ago about this game. Shout out Josh Martellis. He's a brother-in-law, one of my good friends from high school. He got us all field passes, so we'll be able to go on the field. Hopefully, I get to meet JJ. If Kurt's there, hey Kurt, if you see this, if you're there, come sign this, man. I'm trying to frame it. You know what I'm saying? If not, I'm gonna get maybe JJ's signature on here. Of course, Josh is a couple other people, and hopefully we get to meet some Raiders too. I know Josh this week told us he's gonna try his best to try to get some of the guys to come over and say what's up to us, which would be amazing. But man, Juice, man, go back to Vegas, man. Anytime I get to go to Vegas, it's fun for me. I get to go gamble a little bit and then watch my team. So
yeah, man. Yeah, that too. I mean, Vegas is always a good time, but you're going with your high school friends. That's gonna be a good trip. Also, about that shirt, man. I know we talked about this when that show came out, but Kirk Cousins, man, he got a lot more respect after we watched that show. I don't know how you felt about him before, but watching that show, I was like, oh, dude, he really loves his football shit. So
honestly, man,
it made me.
Yeah, it made me respect him more, and it just made me understand him a little more. Because at the end of the day, you don't get insight on them; you get to see how they are on the field and how they are in interviews. Yep. And sometimes you don't really get a real insight on them, and you could just tell he is a down home white boy that just loves playing football. And
that's it, man. That's it. Well, let's get right to it, man. We got a lot to cover. Obviously, the game of the week last week was the 49ers-Eagles game. And it was one-sided, to be completely honest with you.
Bro, I feel like I've been putting my foot in my mouth all season.
I don't even feel like you went that hard on the opposite side. I know you were saying fly, Eagles, fly. I will say that, but I don't feel like you was like, they're going to get dogged or anything.
I did say it was going to be a shootout. But the Eagles just didn't come.
42-19.
Eagles just didn't come to play.
They ran out of bullets on the shootout.
Right.
So what's your thoughts, man? What'd you think of the game?
Honestly, in the beginning, I was very worried for the Niners because just kind of how putrid they were on those first two drives. It was like, oh shit, like damn, like I don't hope that I want to watch a good game. But I respect how they responded. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of sucked that it wasn't more of a back and forth entertainment game. It was more so like, the Niners did what they had to do. One thing I did notice is they won this on a lot of big plays. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of big plays. It wasn't really more like kind of chunking it down or doing much with the offense. They want to, Debo's touchdown was a big play. The other one was a big play. The one he threw, but at the end of the day, they did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? They came, they saw, but you know that they've had that game circled on their calendar since the year before. You know what I'm saying? That was revenge for them. You know what I'm saying? They had to go prove to themselves that they can beat them when they're fully healthy because they didn't feel like they really got a fair shot, which I completely feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here for that.
That's exactly what I said last week. I don't know if the Niners, like, they're not worried about the Cowboys. They were just they know that they can do that, right? They needed to prove to themselves that they could beat the Eagles, especially after the game last year. You even see before the game started, they showed up in all black. Like, everybody was wearing Debo. Everybody came in all black, bro. They said it was for a funeral. Somebody's gonna die. Black Air Force Ones. The energy they had, like, it definitely meant more to them. And I saw a lot of Eagles fans after just, acting like it didn't mean anything. Like, let's not act like that wasn't a big game. Like, let's not do that. You lost, okay? Like, I know you're first place, but let's not act like that wasn't a big game. It was a big game for both teams. Please don't do that.
It was. It definitely was a big game.
Yeah.
but I also, like I said, like if there's one thing I can attest for the Eagle fans for kind of being like that, they know that's not their team. Like they know that showing wasn't what they're used to seeing. Like it was just a lot because honestly, even if you kind of look at those first two drives, after their first two drives, the Eagles kind of went away from what they were doing, clearing out, running slants to AJ
Yeah.
Brown, and they're
Yeah.
getting 15, 20 yards here. Like they didn't really like they kind of like went away from it really fast. Like I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what happened. Like I can't tell you, but so that's why I kind of feel some Philly fans. But at the end of the day, either side was gonna come with an excuse, or either side was
Like,
gonna
oh, no
come
big
with
deal. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's just
it ain't no big
yeah.
deal
But
because
also,
that's
we've
how
said
they
this
feel about each
before.
other.
Yeah, but we've said this before, bro. It just doesn't look the same as it did last year for the Eagles. Like we've been saying, something looks different. It looks off. Like even though they were winning games, something doesn't look right. So I don't
But I
know.
will say it's only on the defensive side of the ball to me. Their offense, I don't really. I think it's kind of the same. Like maybe just
Jalen
like a
Hurts
little
look the
bit,
same
but
to you?
I think he does. I think he looks more calm,
Mm,
to be honest, bro. But I also think that what I'm saying. Like I feel like in that game they kind of thought we gonna turn it on. Don't worry, it's gonna come together
mm,
because they've been doing that for the past couple of games against really good teams. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So it's one of those things where I feel both sides, but I also know that I think like a lot of the Eagles fans, it's not what they're used to seeing. So I get it, but Eagles fans are also just completely delusional sometimes. So,
Yeah, I think sometimes I know the Niners have a really good defense, but I think sometimes you can't just say, "Oh, they stopped the run." Like you still got to try to run the ball. Like I know
yeah,
they're good at defense and they can stop the run, but you're gonna have to prove it to me. You can't just assume like, okay, let's just throw it 50, 60 times just because we know they can stop the run. Like, no, you got to shut it down first. Don't just
yeah,
run away from
completely,
it. Like
and not just
DeAndre
like
Swift's having a great
yeah,
year, and where
they
was
give him
he?
like I think he had 8 touches, eight.
That's what I'm
Like
saying. Hey, don't
come
just
on,
don't just give him too much credit like that. Like that's not how it's
yeah,
gonna work.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, solid win. Now the Eagles got to play the Cowboys. They got it back to back, bro. So the Cowboys gonna be waiting on it now in Dallas
little
this week.
gauntlet.
Yeah, how you feel about that? You feel like they're gonna bounce back, or I actually think the Cowboys are gonna win this week. I think the Cowboys gonna beat
I'm
them.
gonna be rude with you,
I
bro.
think
You
so.
remember we're actually gonna go into this segment later, but I
Yeah.
think they're one of those, bro. I don't think the Cowboys are that good, bro. Like they beat
Wow.
like if you look at who they beat everybody that's weak in every game that they had against people that are actually really good. It's been in close games. You know what I'm saying? They've
This means
been
a lot.
they're
Yeah, this
or
means
they're
a
getting
lot to them.
smacked. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I think this was the scheduling for this is worse for the Cowboys than people think for the Eagles. Because if the Eagles came out of this game with the Niners and lost how they did lose, they going to go play these Cowboys with some anger now. But if they would have won that game against the Niners, they would have went into
Hmm.
that game against Dallas with hella confidence. So it was kind of a lose
Okay.
lose for how it was scheduled. I think this should have been scheduled the other way around. It would have
Yeah.
been made for more entertainment because if the Eagles would have beat Dallas, then we both beat up on Dallas. Let's see who. But I'm not gonna sit here and hate. It's just Dallas's offense is moving. They're doing good, moving the ball, but I feel like their defense is subject to certain things that you might not really realize, and they're kind of being exposed.
Yeah, and a lot of times with the Cowboys, they have their defense is solid. Um, like you said, they do lose a lot of these close games. So this is one of them games where they have to show to themselves, just like how the Niners did last week. They got to show to themselves that they can win this game. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
we'll see, man. So I want to just kind of get into some other NFL stuff.
yeah,
Obviously, the Raiders Vikings this week, but I wanted to get into a lot of the QB injuries that we've been seeing around the league. Like,
yeah,
what's going on? I was watching Monday night. Trevor Lawrence, bro, his lineman stepped on his ankle, and
yeah,
his ankle almost touched the ground. And I was like, damn, he might be done for the season. But luckily, it's just a high ankle sprain. I think he'll probably be back, probably in 3-4 weeks. I'd say he gonna try to play 3-4
yeah,
weeks. But it's been
yeah.
a lot of QB injuries. What do you think that's about?
I don't know. It's very
I
weird. Like
don't know
if
what it
you like
is.
my face, it's there, like it's
Yeah,
I want to say
I don't
something.
know.
Sometimes you want to say it's the field, the conditions. Yeah, I don't know. Like because what like Kirk Cousins went down, freaking Trevor Lawrence now went down, Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers went down. Um Even
Burrow.
Burrow went down.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray was hurt for half the season. Who else did we lose? Um, didn't Ryan Tannehill go down before Will Levis started? I think Ryan Tannehill was hurt before Will
Yeah.
Levis took over. Derek Carr just got hurt the other day. He just went down.
Daniel Jones. Daniel
Daniel
Jones for
Jones,
this
you know what I'm saying? And then
year. Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor turned around and got hurt right after.
Yeah.
This kind
It's a
of
lot of them.
the one with the New York teams, I just don't like MetLife Field. I blame MetLife. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it's been a lot of Achilles and ACLs in MetLife a lot, and everybody
Yeah,
says we need to get rid of that field. They keep saying
yeah.
that.
They seem to go to
Yeah,
natural
I don't
grass,
know.
kind of how our stadium is. That's the one thing I like
Yeah,
about our stadium, the natural
yeah,
grass inside.
yeah.
But it's weird.
Um,
It's weird to see. It's weird to deal with. But it's also one of those things where the NFL is a product of the next man up, and every quarterback, every person that's a quarterback when they make it to an NFL roster, for those things to happen to those other quarterbacks, which I never wish no ill will on nobody. Um, that's what you look for. That's what you want. You want to be able to be in a situation where you get an opportunity to prove yourself. And like I think that's kind of just what we're watching around the league right now. It's a year. It's a year to prove it or to lose it type things.
yeah, I think next year you're going to see a lot more like high level backup QBs. Like previous years, you would see just we'll just have the fourth round pick just be our backup. Who cares?
Yeah.
But I think you really gonna see some guys like, damn, he's a backup now. Like he's actually signing up for that. Like Mac Jones, I could definitely see him next year
Yeah.
being getting like $5 million to be a backup somewhere next year
Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
So with that being said, man, how's your fantasy roster looking? It's fantasy playoffs. Have you lost a few quarterbacks? For me, out of my 4 leagues, I made it to 2, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
2 out of
So
4. 2 out of 4, I'm okay with. My dynasty league, my rookie. This is the one where you only draft rookies every year.
yeah.
I had Kyler. A lot of people just got hurt. A-Chain got hurt most of the season. It's just been Christian Watson. Like a lot of the guys that I've drafted over here, I've drafted really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 out of 4, I'll take it. I'm not even.
Um. So me, we all know I'm in 1,000 leagues.
How many really though?
I'm addicted. 9. I'm in 9.
That's crazy.
Yes, it's a lot. Um, but so let's just say locked in playoffs for one, locked in playoffs for another. Um, Made playoffs in a dynasty, fighting for the playoffs to get into one dynasty, which I need something to happen with somebody else. If they
Okay.
lose, then I'll make it in that. But it's kind of up in the air. Um, and then the one I won last year with the trophy, which is sitting right behind me. I get to stare at it while I do the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all heard me right. Y'all know I won it, but I'm out.
Wow.
I'm out. Yeah, I
Who's
made
going
a little
wait,
run.
wait.
I made a little
Was that
run.
V was
Yeah, that's
VJ
the
the one
Lenny
telling
BJ and all
me?
that league and stuff. Yeah, he was probably talking that shit that I beat
Somebody
him for
was
the
telling
first week.
me. Yeah, somebody was
I,
telling me at
I ain't
Friendsgiving that they was in first place. I figured it was either him or Fairley. I don't
RJ.
remember who was.
RJ,
It was.
my cousin RJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so that one I'm out, but it's whatever. Like you said, we can't win them all. And so the other I have 3 that I'm literally fighting to get in. So one winning I'm in. So I like that situation. The
Mhm.
other 2 is I need to win and win, but I need one of them. I just need one person to lose. It's only one I need literally 3 people in front of me to lose. But the crazy shit is, if you actually listen to all that, I actually have a chance to be in the playoffs in every single one of them except for one. To be honest, to be at that point in that many fantasy leagues, like to be I'm in the playoffs in 2, out in 1, and have a chance to still make it into another 4 of them. That's not bad for what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me injury bug killed me throughout the whole year. To be honest, I lost Justin Jefferson in one and Divine A Chain at the same time. That was just I can't believe I'm even in the position to make it in the playoffs in that one.
Bro. Yeah.
One of them, Aaron Rodgers, lost me at the beginning of the season, had to completely shuffle my roster, and that's the one I'm fighting in. But the crazy thing about that is I have like the second most points in the goddamn league, and I'm literally fighting to get in
Of
the playoffs.
course. Yeah.
Everybody that played me had the freaking pretty much games of their lives. Like I had I had 1,999 points for, like, this was last week, and then the points against 1,998. One
So
less
everybody's
point I
having
put
career
up.
highs. Yeah.
Everybody had career games against me,
Yeah.
and it was like I won a couple, lost. You know what I'm saying? It was so nuts. And then the others, at the end of the day, when you're in, but hey, for me, I do it for the love of it. It helps me, keeps me engaged. I do like it. I have a lot of friend groups, so that's kind of how I keep in contact with them around, just throughout the year and throughout the season. You can't win them all, but you would love to. That's a pretty big bag. I know that was my aim this year, was to actually really win them all. And I can honestly say, for me, I would just say that if I didn't get hit with a couple of injury bugs, I think I'd be looking a lot better. But it's whatever. Can't win them all. It's fun. For me, it's about the fun in the games and just being able to interact with a bunch of different people. It's a way to
Yeah.
communicate and talk to people that you may not normally always get along with. So,
Yeah, for sure.
hey, hopefully I make it. Winning, I'm
Well,
in.
good luck to everybody in their fantasy playoffs. I know it's not probably this week and probably next week, and you're starting fantasy. So good luck. Obviously, I got a couple that I'm in, but Drew's league is the one that he's the number one seed. He's only lost twice all year. He's not playing around, so I just want to tell you, he's quietly rolling. So I'm gonna have to update you on that one. Um,
Tell him I told you next year I'm dropping two, because I'm
yeah,
telling you, you better kick
we're gonna have
somebody
to
out.
figure. We're
Y'all
gonna have to
coming to
figure.
me. I told
Yeah,
you,
we're gonna have to
but
figure something out to get a league
I'm coming
together.
after that. I'm
Um,
known
so,
I'm
so
known to come in and win a title. You know what I'm saying?
okay. So as far as just overall NFL right now, obviously there's some good teams. We talked about the Niners, we talked about the Eagles. You said you don't really believe in the Cowboys. I'm kind of on the fence with them. But give me the teams that you actually do believe in, that actually can get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl right now as we stand.
So we just, like, how many you want? Are we just talking about who has a
Who's
chance?
real and who's not? No, obviously the
Baltimore,
Jets ain't.
Baltimore,
Yeah,
100%.
like who do we? Okay, that's one.
Baltimore is actually my pick to win ever since the season has started. What I've been seeing, I know before I picked the Bills preseason, but Baltimore 100%. Um, and the crazy shit is, I kind of want to see how the Bills play this weekend. I still kind of got the Bills, bro. I got the Bills on some New York shit. I got the Bills on some getting in the wild card and run the table. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think if they have a chance to go into other stadiums and win and really do it, like, this type of team they are. But that's
Yeah.
kind of like my dark horse. Of course, Baltimore is my 100%. I'm not going to sit here and downplay the Niners. I feel like they have a really good opportunity. To be honest, I feel like probably out of all the teams in the league, they're probably the most well-rounded, to the point like they're most consistent. So they have the best thing. But also, at the end of the day, any given Sunday. But I'm still kind of I like Miami. I just know that with Miami,
Mhm.
their defense needs to show me a little bit more, and their offense needs to show me they can do it without just throwing it to Tyreek. Because when you get to the playoffs, they're gonna stop that. They're gonna try. I'm not gonna sit here and act like they're gonna stop it, because a lot of people have been trying to stop it, but they're gonna try. And if you can't figure it out, anything else, then but I like Miami just because their offense is so potent. So and
Yeah.
then one of my last, honestly, I'm not gonna count the Eagles out, bro. They look nice. I think they needed that punch in the mouth. They were kind of on a high horse. I needed a good team to come in there, walk in there, and show them that they aren't as good as they think they are. And maybe it gives them a little hunger. So I guess I have to say, definitely Niners, Eagles, Bills, Baltimore, um, and that's kind of like about it. And, like, I like Detroit, but I feel like Detroit's a faker, bro. Like, they they've been
So
losing.
Detroit's a fake, and you. What about the Chiefs? I need to know what you feel about it. Is this as a Raider fan, or is this somebody that watches football?
This is as a fucking Raider fan. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, even as somebody that watches football, I don't really think they're still potent. I noticed they're
Okay.
throwing a lot of
All
smoke
right.
screen routes. They're throwing a lot of those quick things. Their running game's all right. The defense, people are saying that they're good, but I think they just been playing some teams that obviously they've been able to take advantage of. But I will say Patrick Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks we've seen in our generation. You can never really count him out. But I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see their
Okay.
offense being able to keep
Not
up
this
with
year.
anybody right now. Yeah, not this year at least. I think receiver
Okay.
wise, they need some other talent.
All right. So we agree on Baltimore.
Yeah.
Before the season, I think we both gave our Super Bowl predictions. Mine was Bengals, Eagles.
Uh-huh.
I get the Bengals. It's not going to happen without Burrow. I know the backup and had a good game last week, but they're not going to get there.
You had a good run.
So I would go Ravens. I would go Eagles for sure. Niners. Um, to be honest, man,
If I had to pick who's gonna go to the Super Bowl right now between both sides, I'm gonna go Niners in Baltimore.
yeah, that's what I see too.
Yeah,
I just don't think the Chiefs, if they have to leave Kansas City for a playoff game,
it's
I
a
think
wrap.
they're gonna lose. I
It's
think they're
over.
gonna lose.
It's fucking
Yeah.
cookies.
So yeah, we'll see. There's only like 3 or 4 teams I fully believe in. Miami, I said they would win the AFC East before the season started, but they will win the division. But I don't know. A Chain
Bro,
brings another whole other element
I'm
to
just
them.
saying, just don't be
Oh,
surprised if that offense at the
no,
end of
I
the day,
know.
if they outscore everybody,
Yeah,
it don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what the defense does because
yeah,
all this defense does needs to stop somebody 2 or 3 times, and if they just keep Tyreeking the shit
yeah.
out of niggas down the field, this shit gonna be over real
We're gonna
fast.
see. That's the team I'm like interested to see the most. Like, how are they gonna act in the playoffs? Are they gonna act right? Are they, because it just depends on the matchup they get. You know what I mean? Who is
Yeah,
that wild card team that they gotta play? Because if it's like the
yeah.
Steelers or somebody like that, then I'm like, man, I don't care.
But that's the
I,
team that'll beat them though. That's a defensive
no,
team
they
that
wouldn't.
can
The Steelers would beat
with a
them.
def look, think about it
No.
like this. A defensive coach, Mike Tomlin,
Uh,
known to stop somebody,
mm-mm.
focus on Tyreek. That's the team that'll beat them. Run the ball down their throat,
Nah,
keep them off the
heck
fucking
no.
field. But I'm just saying that's some type of shit that beats a good offensive team. That's exactly how offensive teams lose. Let's come on.
That would be
Let's not forget
disgusting.
about week one, Detroit versus KC. What did they do?
Yeah, I mean, oh,
They
okay,
ran the
but
ball down these niggas' throat the whole goddamn game.
I also will put Detroit in as a real team. They'll probably get to a second round. They're not going to get to the NFC Championship game, but I think they could win
I want to. I
a
just want to
playoff
see them
game.
play the Niners, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, right at this moment, they would be the 2-3. They would be the 2-3. So right now, Dallas would go to Atlanta right now.
Mhm.
And that honestly, that'd be kind of a tough matchup. Bijan versus the
And then
Cowboys would be first.
and then it ended up being Dallas versus Philly
Yeah,
if they win,
exactly,
and then it'd be
exactly.
Detroit versus the Niners. I would
Yeah,
love to see that. All right,
yeah.
but
Um,
like I said, and shout out to my boy Marcus Hicks from work. I said, and I'm gonna say this right now, and y'all can hear it. And I'm not being a hater. It's just something I've been feeling in my blood. If the Cowboys run up against the Niners in the playoffs, my money
See,
is
no,
on
you
them.
can't do that.
I'm
No, you can't say
sorry.
that.
I'm being
They've dogged
real.
them 3 times in a row. What gives you any evidence that
Cause
they would beat them?
because you can't win
They
them
just
all.
dogged them.
You can't, but you can't win them all. Eventually, the
They haven't
ball is
even been
going to bounce in
close.
their court. I know that, but you
They
also
haven't even been
understand.
close.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Every time we watch the Cowboys and the Niners play, we don't even know what Cowboy team we looking at. We were here like, who are y'all? Y'all forgot who y'all was when y'all walked in the stadium?
So
Because
you're
that's how
saying
it
they would
feels.
remember? They would remember
I
the
would
next time.
hope so. After they got their ass whooped in the middle of the
No, fuck you.
season.
No, I'm going straight. Sign me up for that because I will go to
Hey,
Vegas and put money on that. There's
hey,
no
I'm letting
way.
you know, Jeremy.
No way.
I'm letting you
In
know, bro.
In Santa Clara?
I'm just saying,
No
bro.
way.
If it
Ain't
happens,
no way.
and I'm gonna post this clip, I'm gonna put it on IG because you know
Please.
every time I post some controversial shit, it gets in trouble. But if it happens, I don't want nobody coming after me because I'm just saying,
There's
I'm not trying to
that's
hate.
okay. I
It's just
say
it's a feeling.
that is
It's a
hate
feeling.
though. That is for sure
No, it's a
hate.
feeling. I hate the Cowboys just as much as I hate the Niners. What do
No,
you
you
mean?
don't. See now you that's your Hornets hat. That's a cat, bro. That's a cat. Stop. Stop. You do
Hold
not
on,
hate the
bro.
Cowboys, but you hate the Niners.
Yes, I
We're not doing
do.
that.
They fans is just as worse.
Bro, you don't even have to deal with the Cowboy fans. You live in the
I d-
Bay.
that's a lot. Half the Bay Area, it's Niner fans, Raider fans,
Bro,
and
you're
Cowboy
not getting
fans.
that
And
off.
Cowboy fans. So you go sit here and tell me that this place is not packed with Cowboy fans that run around here. How many homies?
Oh my
Drew is your best friend, he a Cowboy fan. I can
Oh
name you
my
20
god.
Cowboy fans that I know right now.
Oh, I can't let you get this off. But I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you slide. There's
I'm
no
I'm
way.
o-
I'm gonna let you slide.
I'm only saying it. It's just because it's just been something that's been on my. It's crazy to see. I'm not. I think that you right. You're right. They've never had a chance. Every time they played them, they beat their ass. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like they had a chance. But I feel like it got to happen once.
It got it one time. That's what
One
you're
time.
saying. One
One
time.
time. One time.
Save the clip. No more
Oh, it's
timeouts. You
getting
hear
saved.
December
Hey, watch.
7th.
It's okay because
All
look,
right.
either way, it's two things. Either I'm getting torched or I'm getting torched. Either way,
Yeah, I
you know what
hope
I'm
C.
saying?
Luke come for you, bro. C. Luke coming for you, and he has every right. If he do, he coming for you. All right, let's
Oh
go.
shit.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we got obviously we said obviously there's 4 or 5 teams, and there's one thing I didn't write down for us, man. But about the Dolphins, I put this in a group chat when I was watching the game. But I'm ready to have the conversation. I'm ready to have this conversation.
What?
Tyreek Hill might be the best ever, and I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable saying it. And
What?
everybody was kind of. I'm ready. He might be the best ever.
I can't
He
say
might be the
that.
best ever.
I can't say that. Because if Tyreek was in the back of the day against these defenses that didn't cause off these bullshit, Tyreek would be getting punched in the mouth the minute he came off the line.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's the same thing with goes on in the NFL and the NBA too, right? Like you can't touch these players, so everybody can score so easy in the NBA, right? Because you say, oh, like Steph couldn't score in the '90s, or LeBron would get roughed up in the '90s. Like it's different. It's the
It
game
is.
that they're
It
in right
is.
now. It's the same thing. Tyreek is
I'm
taking
just,
advantage of today's game. I'm
but I
comfortable
can't. I
saying
can't. I can't. I can't
I'm
say he's the
comfortable saying
best receiver because technically all this nigga does is run past you. I don't see no
he's using his
routing.
skills. He's using his
He's not
skills.
using
That's his
his
skill.
skills.
It's the same thing with Calvin
He's using his
Johnson.
cheetah gene.
It's the same thing with Calvin Johnson. What was Calvin Johnson? He was tall, right? He was bigger than everybody. It's the
But he
same
routed
thing.
niggas
Like
too, though. I don't know. You might be right.
I don't know about that. But if we
You might
talking
be
like
right.
Jerry Rice, we talking Randy Moss, that's different, right?
So you
Randy too,
telling me
though.
Tyreek better than Randy?
I'm comfortable saying it.
Oh,
It's a
I'm not.
discussion. It's a
I can't.
discussion. That's all I'm gonna
I
say.
can't do
It's
it.
a
You ain't
discussion
throwing Tyreek no jump on the end zone
because he's gonna run past the person already. That's why,
on the 2 yard line.
bro. I just never seen nothing like it before. That's all I'm gonna say. I've never seen anybody
I
with the
feel you.
game plan
Me
just to
either.
stop
It's
him.
it's it's sickening. I got Jalen Waddle. This thing can't get no love because the minute Tyreek hit the ball, it's
None.
going to the house. I can't stand it. I
And
can't.
what's crazy is Waddle's actually really good. Like that's
Raw,
the crazy
raw.
part.
But all right, look.
Yeah. I just want you go put it in your group chats this week, bro. Be like, yo,
He's the best.
Jeremy's over
He's
here
the
talking.
best weapon. He's the best weapon. He's the
What's the
best
difference?
weapon I ever seen. He's the best
What's
weapon you ever seen. You can put him in any situation. He's gonna get you a touchdown. But not if you ain't putting him in no jump ball 1-on-1 on the goal line.
okay?
He's not.
What other
Hey,
situation?
wait. First of all, he's not. You are not going to see him route somebody. I'm talking about a post corner route. It ain't happening because he run too fast. You know what I'm saying? He needs the routes where it's literally like a stutter and go, or like a slant and go. He doesn't really route people. It's just one of those things where nigga, I'm faster than you, bro. Like I'm just faster than you, bro. There's just nothing else to it. You can't touch me after 5 yards. You barely can touch me off the line nowadays. How it goes.
Why
I'm gone
why is he so open all the time? Then? Like, how does
because
that
he's
make sense to you?
because
Like
he's
he's like
small and
5
fast, bro.
yards. His
He's
like steps are like
small
so
and
tiny, and he
but
just
that's what I'm saying.
I
He's
don't
so
understand.
small, it looks like he's constantly about to run a speed route, bro. I'm telling you.
And then he'll break it off at the last second, and he's, you know what I mean? And it's like a 15-yard in now. It's like, wait, I thought you were going to the end zone, and he'll stop on you. Like that's all I said. Some Drew agreed. Some other people was like, but I'm ready to at least have the conversation. So put it in your group chats this week,
We
and
will.
if we
We
put
gonna
this on,
figure it
if we
out.
put this on
I got a
TikTok,
couple.
IG,
So we gonna
y'all
see.
leave some comments, man. What y'all think? I think Tyreek is in the discussion of greatest ever.
But
All right, so go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
can't.
Go
I
ahead.
just can't, bro. For me, best ever receiver to me, Damn, that's hard.
I
We're gonna
mean,
have to
if you
have this
off
talk.
the top of your head, it's Jerry, it's Randy, probably Calvin, right? It's those type of guys.
I'm low key taking Randy, bro, over everybody.
That's fine, but he's at least in the discussion. We just got to talk about it.
Because Tyree, like Randy, is a cross between Tyree and like Calvin. Because you could throw Randy a jump ball. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
or you could tell Randy, hit the goat. Let's not forget when Darrell Reeves thought he was the shit, and Randy Moss was Prime was gone. He was on the Patriots at this time.
Yeah.
He literally came off the ball, 5 yards? Wasn't even nowhere near Darrell Reeves. Threw his fucking hand up. Hey, he's cooked. Throw that shit. Hey,
Yeah, he knew.
burnt him.
And then he caught it one-handed. Okay. I have like as a Raider fan, I'm sorry. I don't, me and Randy
I hate him
have
too.
like have a thing.
I hate him too, but I can't hate.
I
I
can't.
can't.
I can't. Respectfully,
Hey, look,
I can't.
he didn't do us like AB did us, so I can't be that. At least he played.
Oh yeah, he's not even in discussion. I don't even know who that is, if we're being honest. Yeah, I don't even know who that is. All right.
We gonna put it.
But
We
yeah,
gonna drop it though. I'm literally gonna drop
please,
this in the group chat the minute I get out of here and watch.
please. If y'all fry me up in the comments, fry me up. I don't care. 2-piece, fry me up. I do not care. Spicy. All good. All right. So let's move on to NCAA. Obviously last week we talked about the teams that were potentially going to get in. They dropped the Final Four. Alabama, and we talked about what potentially could happen. Alabama ended up beating Georgia. We did say what could happen. And Florida State won, Texas won, Oregon lost to Washington, right? And Michigan beat Iowa. So the 4 teams are Michigan, Washington, Alabama, and Texas. Those are the 4. Are you surprised? And did they get it right?
I hate this fucking committee, bro. I fucking hate this shit. They need to just open the field up how they was talking about opening it up and call it a day.
I think it's next year.
I think they should do top 6. How somebody dropped that the other day, which would probably be a bad idea. Top 6.
I think it's
the
going
first
to 8
2
next year.
Yeah, top 2 get a. I think they should do 6. Fuck 8. I think 8's too much at a point. 6. I feel like there's not 8 teams in the NCAA that are on their same level. I think it's usually about 6 of them because there's usually always about 1 or 2 snubs that people are hella mad about. It's never 4. There's never 4 snubs. Like you ain't hearing nobody over here calling for a 2-loss team. Yeah, fuck that. But I feel I'm gonna just say this one thing. If I was Georgia, I'd be just, if not more pissed than Florida State, period. How the fuck are you number 1 all fucking year? All year. And wait, I think, did they beat Alabama during the regular season? No, I don't even know if they played. I don't think they played. No, I don't think they played.
Texas beat them.
Yeah, but first of all, number 1 all season, and you get snubbed, and just because they beat you in a championship game, now they get your spot.
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
I agree.
Nah, hey, committee, on behalf of Georgia, I'm not even talking about Florida because if there's one thing I will say about Florida State that I will give the committee credit for, not having Travis, their quarterback, definitely puts them as a setback. And I definitely understand when the committee did say that they didn't think they had an honest chance to win the bowl, and I feel the same way. I feel if they were run up against any of those teams above them, the fact that they just don't have their quarterback, I don't think that they would have been able to do what they can. But I will say this though, on behalf of Georgia committee, you got us fucked up because that is wild, bro. That's
all
wild.
right. So 2 things. I had to look into this because I was so interested in where is the committee from? Like, how do they pick the committee? Apparently, they change the committee every year. It's not the same 8 guys that sit in a room every year. They switch it out every year. So this is one group. It will be a different group next year. It was a different group the year before. So I was like, okay, it's not like some bias to whoever, right? Second of all, Georgia won the last 2 championships, and I just don't think that's fair for them not to get a chance to three-peat. Like, I don't know who needs to be getting knocked out, but to be number 1 and get dropped out of the Final Four because you lose 1 game and not get a chance to three-peat, I can't vibe with that.
You
I
gotta be
can't vibe
vocal
with
about
it.
it.
But the thing about Florida State, I don't want to repeat what you said. I agree with the quarterback and all of that stuff. So yeah, I agree.
But who
I
we
think the
taking out?
Texas. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Texas. No shade. I don't think
So who got
they're
the number? Michigan got the number 1.
Michigan. Michigan's gonna get dogged by Alabama.
Washington got number 2.
Yes.
Number
Texas
3
3,
was Texas,
Texas,
and then Alabama.
Alabama's 4. And there
How
was
do
a
you put?
video.
How do you put a team in there that lost to another fucking team, bro? This is that SEC bullshit. That's
Oh no,
SEC
it's a for sure
bullshit.
bias.
That's
Yeah,
that's
it's a
SEC
bias.
bullshit. Because you want to know
And,
something? If that's the case, if you feel, I feel at that point Georgia, and if you wasn't gonna put them in, Georgia and Alabama gotta go. Both of them. Fuck it. You
but
niggas
the
both
SEC
lost.
wasn't even as good as they are in past years. That's the thing that a lot of people were saying. They're not normally. They
Yeah,
got a
it's
lot of
dominant.
great teams.
Yeah.
This year was not the one, but yeah, Texas is the one that I'm just not sure. I think they'll probably beat Washington, and then it's going to be Texas Alabama again from earlier in the season. There was a video of Michigan watching the announcement of who they were going to play,
Mad.
and everybody,
Mad
yeah,
as hell.
everybody was mad because they wanted Florida State. They're like, yeah, bring Florida State in here.
Cookies.
That's what we
they were
need.
Hey, they
And now
wanted the
they got
cookies and they
Alabama.
got crackers. Nigga.
Yeah, they
It's
gonna get
hot.
dogged, bro. They gonna get
They got,
dogged.
they got salty crackers with no water.
Yeah, and then Harbaugh gonna leave for the NFL after that game. Watch,
He go.
he
Because
gonna
they go for
cut.
sure get
He
their
gonna
ass
cut.
beat.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like,
So Heisman finalists this weekend: Penix Jr. from Washington, Bo Nix, Oregon, Marvin Harrison Jr., which is dope, man. That's so dope. Like we grew up watching his dad. How
yeah,
dope
it
is
is
that?
dope. It is dope.
And then also Jaden Daniels, the Bay Area kid. I think he's from like Antioch or something, right?
Oh, oh.
Who's at LSU? Who threw 50? I think he has 50 touchdowns total from running and throwing. Who do you think is gonna win it?
The Heisman fucking sucks to me. Let me just address this before I
Mm.
can say who I think is gonna win
Shit.
it. Let me tell you why I think the Heisman fucking sucks, bro. You might as well just make it the best quarterback award, quarterback of the
Same with
year,
the same as the NFL MVP. It's the same thing.
because they don't give it. They don't like, bro. There's people. There's defenders that have great seasons. I'll give Marvin Harrison. He's having a great season. He might not be having the best. There's running backs on teams that may not be that good, but they're having great seasons because they're putting together great work. Like, come on, bro. Like, you want to know what makes me mad was, and you probably will remember this. I don't know if you remember back in I can't remember the year exactly. Do you remember when Oklahoma had the dude? His last name was White, and he won the Heisman. Can't remember his
Yeah.
fucking name. Can you tell me what NFL team he played on?
I cannot.
He fucking did it. This nigga got.
I cannot.
I think he went undrafted. First of all, undrafted. I think he walked somewhere and I think he got cut in camp. That's why I feel like Heisman is bullshit. You're just pretty much giving the quarterback on the best team the award.
Okay,
That's the reason
so
why I will say, if I want Jaden Daniels to win it, because LSU is not the best team. So I would be happy if he's the quarterback that pulls it out. But that's it. I don't. Who else? Like, I
so
don't
in
want to see
that case,
Penix.
it would be yeah. So in that case, then they would give it to Penix because he's the number 2 seed. He's had a great year. I just think I don't know. I don't think they're going to give it to Bo. You can't give it to Bo if you lost to Penix. You know what I
You
mean?
can't give it to Bo.
So I think it's between Penix,
Penix didn't even
And
award the
Jaden.
Pac-12 MVP award. It should have went to the running back.
Yeah,
The dude,
the running back
2
from
touchdowns, and he
Oregon.
threw a touchdown. No, the
From
one from
Oregon.
Washington. Washington.
Oh
He
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah,
cooked that game.
yeah,
He had like
yeah.
150 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he threw one. And it was like
they're gonna give it to Penix Jr. or Jaden Daniels. But Jaden's lost 3 games, and that's the only thing that even though there's been guys in the past that I didn't know Tebow when he got it that he lost 3 games that year. So there's been guys in the past that's won it.
And those were the times I weren't mad because at the end of the day, the really truly the best player got it. Like Tim Tebow at that time
that's Jaden Daniels.
was the best player in college football. If Jaden Daniels gets it, I won't be pissed. Michael Penix, I've been watching you for a while, and he's been bouncing teams, so I don't think he really deserves it. He just finally got into a good team with a good situation.
2
I do like
ACL
Michael Penix.
injuries. 2 ACL
Yes,
injuries.
I will give you that.
To overcome that.
But for me, if it ain't Daniels or Marvin Harrison,
Shout out to Marvin Harrison, man. I'm just excited to see where he goes, and that's probably the one outside of whoever the Raiders take. I'm excited to see where he goes because he looks like one of them guys.
You know he going 1 and 2. Whoever go first quarterback, he going with the receiver. I think that's what the Bears going to do. I'm telling you.
Please don't do
that. If they don't keep Fields or figure it out, it's going to go Caleb or one of these quarterbacks and Marvin right there. Bam. Career over.
I'd rather him go to Arizona and play with Kyler because I at least know Kyler gonna throw him the rock. Like,
yeah,
at least do that because they're up there too. Please don't do Chicago. Please. Ew. In season tournament, man. In season tournament's going on. It's really dope to see how it's like evolved, and now it's the semifinals tonight. The Lakers are on currently. Indiana was playing Milwaukee a while ago. And Indiana beat them, so they're in the finals waiting for this Lakers-Pelicans game. At this moment, it is, let me see the score of this game. What's the score of this game? It is 87-60, is that what it say?
Yeah, I think the Lakers are winning.
Oh, they're winning by 27. It's a wrap. Okay. So it's gonna be Lakers.
Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be Lakers Pacers.
There's gonna be so many LA people in Vegas this weekend. I'm done.
Especially your friend.
Cancel.
XL_Darrell will probably have a Laker jersey on when he pulls up.
Lady, you better not ask me to go to this goddamn game because I ain't going.
Oh yeah, he gonna definitely try to go to that, or at least I saw they got a little stage outside, man. Where like Barkley and them are at. Y'all should at least go to that.
Yeah,
90 to 60. That's crazy. But yeah, so
right.
I told you earlier, man. We've talked about this. I really like watching the Pacers. They're one of my favorite teams to watch in the NBA this year. Halliburton's finally getting the credit that he deserves. How do you like the in-season tournament though? Overall, you like it? You think it's a good idea?
I like it because it makes everybody players are playing. They're actually trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think it's so early in the season. And I also for me it's like besides the money and the championship, what else does this mean? But I get the model. They're modeling after soccer. You know me, I'm a big soccer guy, so I know that's how soccer is. They have their big league championships, but they also have little tournaments in the middle of it for other teams. And I get it; it gives other people. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Jesus, sounds rude. It gives other people things to think about, but for me, it's growing on me. Let's see. I think honestly, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I think I'm just salty because the Warriors ain't in it.
See, that's when it's honesty, bro. Just that's it. The Warriors are not in it. We're gonna give first of all, we're gonna talk about these Warriors, but we're gonna give you guys a night off. We're gonna give you one more week to get it together. We're gonna come in here next week and be honest about what we're seeing, but we're gonna give you 1 week to get it together. Because I'm not ready to have that conversation yet. I gotta get my emotions in the correct place first before we get there. But as far as the in-season tournament, as far as the in-season tournament, like I think the casual NBA fan doesn't pick up till Christmas, so this will get people watching. I'm telling you, I saw thousands of people on the strip before the game, thousands. So, like I said, y'all might want to get over there tomorrow or Saturday before this championship game. There's going to be thousands of people out there. I've seen Shaq, Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, they all out there. So yeah, I just think it's bringing more people to
And
watch
I think they're
basketball
all
early in
staying
the
at my
season.
hotel. It was a good thing I got that shit before they got it. Damn Jesus, bro.
I love it though. I love it. I love it.
I
I love
love
it.
it, but
I
I
love
think the fact that we're not in it, and the fact that the Warriors are now in it. I mean, the Lakers are now in it. I'm like, fuck this shit. Catch
it.
me at the fucking
Damn.
roulette table or something.
Wow. You gotta throw some money on that, man. I definitely
Yeah,
see
I am.
it,
Indiana
the Lakers are for
all
sure gonna
day,
be favored. Lakers are
all
for sure gonna be
day.
favored. So
Indiana. But I feel like Indiana's playing like the bunch of little college kids that show up to a gym with a bunch of pros and just run. Just run.
they do.
Do
They
nothing else.
young and
Just
just
run.
running. Yep.
That's all y'all
Yep.
gotta do. These dudes is old. Just run. Oh my
um
god. But hey, look, all right.
yeah.
Shade aside, it's cool to see. I'm happy that it's something else for other teams that sometimes might not be able to get a real championship. They have something else to play for. It's something that it does. I get it, the revenue and everything it does. It makes it more exciting because I know how exciting people are in soccer when they get to see their teams play for these other championships. So it's cool. Honestly, I think I'm just being hell salty because now I know that LA is like 3-4 hours from Vegas, so I'm gonna be literally running and like it's gonna be Laker Sea Land running around that place for the next 2-3 days. So
Yeah, even if you see this game, there's like in the crowd, it sounds like a Laker home game. Like it
dope.
sounds like it. So you already know it's a
They already
3 hour
there.
drive. It's a 3 hour drive. They're going to be there. But yeah, I also one last thing on the in season. I think one other thing that they could do because I grew up watching the All Star game, and I
Mhm.
think there's enough revenue where they could I don't know, man, put some money aside for them to throw into the All Star game, just like
Mhm.
how they're doing here, to kind
Mhm.
of make this to spice it up a little bit. I don't know, man. We got to change the All Star game because I really used to like the All Star game growing up. So they fixed
Well,
this. The end season
yeah,
is a hit. It's not going
yeah,
nowhere. It's not. It's gonna be here. So hopefully they can change the All Star game too,
yeah,
some
definitely.
type of way.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's it on sports. You got anything else on sports before we go into what we watching right now?
Um, Let me think. Now I think that's about it for me right now. But you want to know what I do want to talk about? We'll save this for next week, though. Just a little preemption. How do we save the Thursday night game? How
Hmm.
do we save this game? These games are trash, and they're getting and I feel like it's because teams do not have the type of time to prepare. But we'll save that for next week because I have a suggestion, and I think it'll work.
All right. So last thing, man, we bringing this back. There's sometimes I'm not watching anything, so we don't really just be watching basketball if I am watching something, but we are both watching something new right now. So what are you watching that the people need to be watching?
Well, I wanted to bring back what you watching during this time because it's cold, it's cuddle season.
Ooh,
I,
cuddle
hey,
season.
all my big dudes, out there, this is the time where you pull up on a girl, say, "I got a show for us." You know what I'm saying? She
Cuddle
going on. That's
season.
how it go. Hey, you know what I call this season? I call it big boy season. To be honest with you, man,
Mm,
so the big boys get the
I'm
love.
not in style right
You know
now.
what
I'm
I'm saying?
not in
You
style
know
right now.
what
Yeah, I'm not in style
I'm saying? Hey, but honestly, so right now, me, it's kind of weird. I'm not gonna sit here and fully act like I've been fully watching it from beginning to end. But I've been catching tidbits. But I just watched the season finale with the lady. It's called The Fall of the House of Usher. It is a Netflix like miniseries. Like I think it's just a one season show. It's about eight
Yeah.
episodes. It's fucking nuts, bro. Like I don't want to ruin it for nobody, but just watch it. Watch it beginning to end. The final episode brings everything into a full circle, and it's just so crazy because at the end of it, like you kind of like got a hint of that, but it just shows the ferment of it. It just shows like it's just so much, but it's a pretty dope show. It had me kind of on the edge of my seat, seeing what was going on. It was kind of nutty. It is kind of a little gory for you people that don't really like things like that. It is kind of I don't want to say it's like a scary TV show, but it is one of the things where people die and shit like that. It's called The Fall, The House of the Ushers, but it's a cool
Yeah.
thing, a little Netflix series. Give y'all a little something to watch because I also know those screenwriters are still on hold for all you people that be watching Chicago PD like me, shit like that. Got nothing to watch. That's it, man. Fall the House of Usher, man. That is my suggestion for y'all. Definitely be entertaining. And of course, I'll have to drop a little dime. I'm always on the Power Books and they rolling right now. Shout out 50. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Power's back?
Yeah. The Raising Canaan is back.
Okay. Okay. I
Raising
gotta
Canaan is
catch up on
on
that.
now. Yes.
Okay. For me, man, I'm really just a sports head. So I'm gonna give you two things. The Barry Sanders documentary on
Mm,
Amazon.
okay.
I forgot to tell you about that. There is a documentary on just his career, why he retired early. Gotta go watch that. It's only like an hour long, but go. It's on
Mhm.
Amazon. Go watch that. Really dope. See his family dynamic and just kind of the person he is. I learned a
Mhm.
lot about him. So watch that. Second thing, not sports related. So this is out of my comfort zone, but Squid Games. I really want to go on this show. I am perfect for Squid Games. This is not even. This is actually like an audition tape for them because I really want to go on there. I just feel like the things that you need to be good at, you don't even. You just got to be. You got to be creative. You got to be able to mingle with multiple groups, right? You can't just have a friend group. Like you got to be able to talk to the lady over there who's 63, right? The guy over here who's 24, who's a standoffish guy. You got to be able to talk to everybody in the room because you got to make
Okay.
friends.
All
And I
right.
feel like that's part of it. Also, the games are not that difficult. It's just you got to have strategy, right? Right? And you can't just don't make enemies because a lot of people be trying to vote people off that are the loudest and that people don't like or whatever. So I feel like this is my audition tape. If somebody wants to send me the application for Squid Games 2, sign me up. Send it over to me. I'll send you my email. I want to go on there so bad. I'm perfect for it.
The only reason why I'm
Perfect for it.
laughing is because I
I'm
know how
serious.
serious you are right
I'm
now.
so serious. I want to go on that show so bad. I'm perfect for that show. There was this guy on here, light skinned dude who they was like, oh, he's so full of himself. I'm like, all you have to do is just blend in. Just don't talk too much. Don't talk
Oh,
like just make sure you speak to everybody. It's perfect for me, bro.
oh
I
my
could
god, bro.
sign me up,
So
please.
I'm gonna just say this: I never watched the original show, so I'll give the game part a try.
Give the game
I
one.
never
Yes,
watched the
give the game
show
one.
that came out because I
Yes.
kind of thought it was
Yes, yes.
kind of stupid, to be honest. But
Okay,
I'll
that's
give it a
fair. That's
try.
fair. Yes.
For anybody that's
4.5
watching
million.
this and do know a chance to get my boy on the game, go ahead and do that. But anybody that's
Please.
watching this, he trying to be on game shows. I'm trying to be on some real TV shows. So hit my headshot.
I'm
Hey,
really trying
but
to go on that show.
hey,
Where's the
power
number
to you,
two?
though. I feel you. I feel you, dog. Hey, I feel it, but that shit, I've seen a couple things. To be honest, it's been rolling across my screen on a couple things. And I've been meaning to pick it up, but I'm one of those people that like I see things I'm interested in, and I take a very long time to start watching it,
To actually get into it.
unless the only type of shows that I'll watch off the bat instantly is like those medieval time shows, like the medieval time movies, the medieval time like series. Like I don't know if you ever seen on Netflix had a show called Marco Polo. That was about like the old time of Genghis Khan. I'm into those, like of course the House of Dragons, stuff like that. I'm hell into that. Like I literally told myself, and I believe it. I am in my past life. I was in that life. I was there. I must have been I don't know. I must have been a king, a good swordsman or something. I don't know. I was back in the day. I could have been a stable boy. You never know what it was, but I feel like my past life. That's where I was. So those are my go tos. But that
Okay.
fucking this Squid Game shit is just fucking hilarious to
I'm
me.
telling you. It's perfect for me.
Oh
Um,
shit.
but yeah, those are the two I'm watching. I think there's I don't think there's anything else I've been watching really, bro. I just been watching Hoop, to be honest. I've been watching Hoop. But yeah, man, that's it, bro. That's it. That's it.
That's all she wrote. Hey man, so people, y'all know what it is. I tell y'all this every time. I try to give y'all a little motivation, a little love. I do want to give actually a shout out. You did mention something last week about your boy that lost his mom. I just had some bad news. My best friend, Eddie, my boy Money Ed. His grandma, is not doing so good right now at the hospital. Got to make a tough choice, but she's fighting. And I want all y'all out there, if y'all could do me a favor, man, say a prayer for my abuela. Honestly, man, when I met this dude a long time ago, we kind of clicked, and he did it a lot for me back in the day. I lived with him for a good period, and one thing about me and his grandma and my abuela, man, we didn't understand each other, but we loved each other. And it was one of those things. It was just crazy, and she's a big reason why I am with my girl, who I am with today, right now. She loved her, showed her a lot of love, and the whole family, made it easy transition. But one thing about me and my abuela, she always loved me, always cared about me. She laughed and joked. She's always telling me when I was getting too fat and stuff like that. So I knew she really cared about me. And this past year has been rough because her family kind of knew, but we've been trying to do our best we can. And every time I see her, I try to give her the most love. She loves when I dance with her and stuff like that. But I can sit here and talk about her all day, man. But it's crazy that's why I want to tell people, make sure you show love to the people you know, because you never know you're gonna need them. And language should never be a reason why you don't show love to somebody, because I'll be 100 with you right now. Me and my abuela, she barely understands English, and my Spanish is a little rusty, you know what I'm saying? But she helped me learn a lot of Spanish by yelling at me 24/7, and I appreciate that lady. And Eddie and Wendy, my brother and sister, that's how close we got. I call them both my brother and sister. My little sister even reminded me of it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Regardless of what happens, Brother Roche is always going to be right here for y'all. And at the end of the day, she loves all of us. And I hope y'all understand that you guys made her proud of who you became at where you guys are now. But I am praying for the best. If you guys can pray for the best for me, hope she makes it through, because this lady's a fighter and she wants to fight. She wants to go out on her own. She don't want no doctor telling her that, it's over. So I just want to do that. I know I didn't want to end it with a damper mood, but I try to get people to understand about showing love to the people that's in your life, because you never know, when the last time you're gonna see them. One thing about me, everybody that knows me, that fucks with me, if I mess with you the long way, every time we get off the phone, I say I love you. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean that shit. I say it and I mean it, and I'm not gonna sit here and hold it. So, but with that being said, y'all, no more timeouts. We thank y'all. It's amazing. Like I said, don't forget about the giveaway. I'm trying to get the prize together for y'all. Also, be on the lookout. We're definitely about to get a show with some really big Raider fans. I know a lot of y'all be seeing on TikTok coming up soon. And then also, a couple other mashups with a couple other podcasters that I know coming on. So we got some things coming for y'all. I just want y'all to know that shit. But one thing about us, always take care of yourself, because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. But there's one thing I will say: don't forget the ones that you love. And this is no more timeouts, and we checking out, boy.